make of that?
It's a tough one to take. You know, we took the lead again, and usually with us we take the lead and we're okay. But the last two games we've taken the lead and then we've conceded. You know, you look at the way that some of the goals have come. They've got the penalty. Looked like they had an ounce of luck with that. Didn't particularly look like a penalty from where I was, but you know, someone's saying that he's been clipped and he's gone over. So fair enough. You know, he's given a penalty. We've got to then react better. We conceded a sloppy goal in the just before half time, so the timing of that's not great. And then we've give it a little go in the second half, but you know, we need more. We can't just, you know, we've spoken in there. We can't just turn up and you know, it's things have changed from last season. Last season we were flying. It was easy enough. You were turning up. Everyone was already switched onto the game. You had a real positivity in that. Now we've really got to scrap. We've got to roll our sleeves up, and we've got to work even harder for the 3 points. You know, did we deserve to get anything out of the game today? Probably not. In all honesty, probably not. But it's just the nature of how things have happened. It makes it, you know, really difficult to take, especially with 2 penalties against us, and then a goal that I felt that we could have done much better on. But you know, credit to them. They've come here and I think they've been inspired really by the defeat that they had against us last year. I think that's given them a bit of an extra edge, as it sometimes does, and it certainly kicked them on. But you know, they did well. They had a game plan and they did okay. But it's a disappointing one today because you know we were nowhere near at our best. I think 3 or 4 players can hold their heads high today and have done particularly well. But then some of us just, you know, we were off it, and it's time for leaders. It's time for a different type of mindset. It's a time to getting even more switched on than they possibly are. And you know, we've got a tough test now on Saturday, but we need to start picking up points quickly, especially at home. And tonight, you know, I was positive coming into the game. We didn't start particularly well, but we got the goal. But we just need to stay in games and give ourselves a chance, because at the moment, you know, a lot's going against us. That's not taking any credit away from them, but a lot's going against us at the moment, and we need to get out of this rut. I say we need to get out of this rut. You know, we've done all right over the last 3 games. We've picked up a few points, but certainly, you know, feel disappointed tonight at home.
What did you make of some of the refereeing decisions?
I think, you know, as I've just said to the lads, all right, we've conceded 2 penalties that looked. I wasn't quite sure they were penalties. I say that often, and I watch them back, and they turn out to be blatant penalties. But I don't think it was to do with that. There's maybe a couple of other free kicks that he perhaps could have given to us, or so on and so forth. But we were just, you know, penalties apart, we were just not at our best, and they've had a little bit more than us today. But there's still not massive, you know, there's still not a massive difference in it. We're still more than capable of getting a win, but we need a different sort of mentality, I think, to get the wins at the moment.
On a positive note, we've recruited another player today, Naughty. Came on and showed a few flashes. What are you expecting to see from him going forward?
We wanted a player who would get on the ball a little bit more and get the ball moving. He would take the ball under a little bit of pressure, and someone who could be versatile and knows the league. And he's got, you know, he ticks all the boxes for that. He's a good person. We've met him. Comes across really well, and he's just hungry to play football. I think he's gone on in quite a tough game, and he's done well enough. He's kept the ball for us. There was quite a bad tackle on him, which he's rode quite well. But you know, hopefully for us, he'll come in and give us a little bit of something different. I know he's delighted to be here, and I know, you know, as soon as I started speaking to him, that he was the kind of person and player that I want to get around the place.
And another good crowd again, considering it was a midweek, and fans stuck with the team until the end again.
Yeah, and I think that's important. And you know, when it's been tough for us this season, they have been, an absolute credit to them. You know, Tuesday night there was more than 1,200 on, but you know, they're clapping us and they're cheering us, and look, they'll be frustrated. It's inevitable. They've seen us flounder a little bit there tonight, but they'll be frustrated, but they stuck with us again, and that's what we need. But you know, we're not just here to get clapped off, to get a well done, you've done all right, because it's not about that. It's about rolling our sleeves up, getting points, and we need to kick on. Again, I'm confident with what we've got. I'm confident with the recruitment that we've done, and I'm confident that we've got more than enough to stay in the league. But you know, I've made my point very clear to the lads, and the lads know we're in a relegation battle. After, you know, we're just over a quarter of the way through the season. Let's make it clear we're in a relegation battle, and we need a different mindset. We need to make sure that we're keeping clean sheets and going into every game You know, like our life depends on it, and every moment in the game, like our life depends on it. I've used that phrase quite a bit, but it's so important to stay switched on. You know, and today a couple of mistakes and things have allowed them into the game. We need to cut these mistakes out because we're on the back foot all the time. You know, despite being a goal up there, we've been on the back foot from the penalty, and then just silly decisions going against us. But look, we have got a good group in there. Everyone knows what we're trying to do, and everyone's got the mindset of we need to get out of this. They'll all work hard to try and do it, and I'm hoping that's going to be enough. I'm confident that's going to be enough. But you know, things need to change for us. Need to change quickly.
Looking ahead then, so Saturday, Dagenham and Redbridge away, another long trip down to London.
Look, they don't get easy, and that's why, you know, people say about this league, it's unforgiving, it's relentless, it's tough. It's tough to prepare properly for them. It's tough for the lads to prepare their bodies for the trips, and it's tough for us as a management team to kind of, you know, watch Dagenham now and get the information to the boys of how we're going to play against them and so on. So, you know, we need to pick and choose with the information that we decide to give the lads. But, you know, one thing is for sure, that we've got a dressing room of winners. We've got the right mentality in there. The boys absolutely, you know, as honest as the day is long, and they'll turn up on Saturday and give it the best. And you know, despite not having some great performances tonight overall, I think, you know, what we've got here is a good group of supporters who know that the lads are giving it their all. But, you know, just to emphasise, we know that that's not enough. We need to go one better, and we need to start getting some points on the board.